It's like you think you know, but you actually don't know. I see this concerning trend that there are a number of JC students that join our programs at a very late stage, like maybe halfway in JC and so on. And I mean, if they're already scoring A's and B's and they just need some tweaks and some enhancements, that's fine. But typically, these students are scoring U grade, S grade, E grade. And I mean, credit to them, they've been trying hard on their own. But it's not a very wise strategy. You see, JC A levels is a very intensive 2 years, and obviously the grades, your rank points are going to matter quite a lot. So for students of H2 economics, if you come in tuition at such a late stage, you're giving yourself a lot of trouble. You see, economics is a highly scorable subject, but there's also a lot to learn. There's a lot to understand. And when you're coming in at that stage, there are a lot of gaps, there are a lot of errors, there are a lot of things you have to unlearn and relearn. A lot of students tell me they know. They read their notes, they know their content, no problem. It's just somehow cannot answer the question. It all starts with accurate knowledge and thorough understanding. So we always think we know, but actually what we know is not very accurate and our understanding is too superficial. Take, for example, this very simple point about scarcity and shortage. In economics, you learn a lot of terms, you learn a lot of words, right? And you know all these things also in the common English language use. But when it comes to economics, there are specific definitions to these words. So scarcity and shortage, a lot of students still believe they mean the same thing. It's like lack of the good law, lack law, don't have enough law, but they're not the same. Scarcity is a permanent problem. We are always going to have scarcity. Limited resources, unlimited ones is a permanent state of affairs, and that is why we have to study economics. Shortage is not meant to be a permanent problem. Shortage is just a situation where at a given price, the quantity demanded exceeds the quantity supplied. So a shortage actually can be eliminated. If you increase the price enough, you can get rid of the shortage. So there is quite a distinction between these two concepts. But in terms of English language, they sound quite the same. So a lot of students think they know, but actually, unfortunately, they don't really know. And I see even some humanities scholar joining our program quite late on in J2, and it's such an uphill climb for them. And again, kudos to them. They've been trying their best on their own, but because you have an intensive 2 years and you really want to score very well for your A levels. I'm not saying all these things, scare tactics, fear mongering, and so on. No. In fact, I don't hurry students into tuition. There are a number of parents that ask us every year for head start programs for their incoming JC1 boy or girl, and they want to sign up for tuition November, December head start program before JC even starts. And I'm sorry, we don't offer such programs. I think it is too early. It is not necessary. So we don't do this fear mongering, scare tactics, want people to come for tuition. No. In fact, we tell them we don't even start in February when JC starts. We only start J1 classes in March. I prefer they settle into their JCs, have 1-2 lectures on economics, and then we begin. So this whole sharing is not about fear mongering, scare tactics, and so on. It's my knowledge of the fact that learning economics, although a highly scorable subject, but it is not so easy. There's a lot to understand. Understanding it accurately, thoroughly, before you can really apply it in the examinations. Many of our students who join us later on, they actually do both J1 and J2 classes concurrently. They go through 4-5 hours of lessons weekly. And I always told them, if you can rewind, turn back the clock, what would you do? And invariably, their answer is they would have started tuition right from J1. That's obvious. So don't underestimate the complexity of the economics theories and concepts you are learning, and the great need for a wide exposure to many, many questions, to many different case studies. You also need a lot of time to train up on your evaluation skill. Extremely important for H2 economics. Make the smart move. Make sure you start tuition early. Not necessarily with me, but make sure you start a good tuition program early. See you. Ciao.